have to go save my dad.
Well, the new Garfield movie I got to see early. Twice, actually. Before you ask, no, I wasn't invited to a critical screening of the movie. I mean, I only have 129 subscribers. Why the fuck would anyone from Hollywood go oh yeah, this YouTuber that no one knows about, invite him? No, it's because in the UK, the Garfield movie had two specific weekends, last weekend and this weekend, and as an early screening for the movie, and I went to go and watch it. And so far the reactions I've heard are being mixed. And right now on Rotten Tomatoes it has give me a minute. Right now on Rotten Tomatoes it has let me see, Rotten Tomatoes, the Garfield movie. Oh, shit. Let's see. It has 54% at the moment. The last time I saw it had 61. So the movie has been getting very mixed reviews. And some people are thinking the movie is good. And some people think this is one of the worst animated movies ever made, which I've seen some people call this, the worst movie of the year, which, if they are saying that, they have clearly not seen Madam Web, and they're stupid. But, but yeah, what do I think about this movie? It's good. I don't see it as, a grand, masterpiece. It's obviously not going to win, Movie of the Year awards. I mean, that's honestly, honestly, that's like saying Sonic Superstars was gonna win Game of the Year over, Spider-Man 2. If you have a fucking brain, you know that's bullshit. But, I still enjoyed it. I enjoyed it quite a bit, actually. Now, it's no Paddington, obviously, if you ask me, will kids love this movie? Oh yeah, kids will love this movie, but if you do want to show your kids a much, better movie, definitely just show them Paddington 1 and 2 instead, or wait until Paddington 3 comes out later this year, November, or in January of 2025, depending whether you live in the UK or the US, but that's besides the point. But, I do think kids will like this movie enough. It's one of those movies where, as a 23-year-old adult, I did enjoy. But if I was, a little kid, I would love the shit out of this movie. So, yeah. What's the plot? Well, the plot is, Garfield, ends up bumping into his long-lost father. Now they have to go on a heist to get a whole truckload of milk in order to not get murdered by this fat white cat. That's pretty much the plot, just simple and to the point. How's the voice acting? Particularly Chris Pratt as Garfield. I'm gonna be honest here, Chris Pratt's just one of those actors where I can tell he's trying his best, but every single time I hear him, I just hear Chris Pratt. It's similar to Doug Walker's problem as Jim Carrey, is that no matter what he does, all he sees is Jim Carrey, and I feel the same way about Chris Pratt, to be honest. But let's ignore that, and how does he fit? He actually doesn't do a bad job. His voice fits fine enough. He's not my number one casting choice for Garfield, honestly. I would have preferred if they did bring Bill Murray back, but obviously they won't because, well, Bill Murray really didn't like doing the live-action movie, so he sure as fuck wasn't going to do this one. In fact, I would not be surprised if this is what happened. Hello, Mr. Bill Murray. Now, we got a new movie for you. I think you will enjoy doing this because you did the early ones back in the 2000s, and people loved your performance in them, despite the fact that those movies got terrible reviews. But, we think you would want to return for this one. Oh, what is it? Oh, it's an animated Garfield movie. I think we'll just get Chris Pratt instead. Okay, that part of Bill Murray shooting himself is obviously exaggerated because the dude is still alive right now, but you get what I mean, you know. I would have I'm not saying they did ask Bill Murray back, but I'm just saying if they did, I would not be surprised if he either told them to fuck off or he just yelled at them or he just pretty much pretended he shot himself, you know. Uh, but yeah, but like I said, Chris Pratt's voice is completely fine. Samuel Jackson, it's clearly there. He's clearly only there so then they can put his name on the poster. That's it. Samuel Jackson can be replaced with, like, anyone else as Garfield's father, and it would be no different. Like, honestly, like, the reason why he is voicing Garfield's father is because, well, he's a big name celebrity, put his name on the poster, and kids and adults would be like, oh, Samuel Jackson and Garfield, let's go and watch it. You know, it's clearly obvious. I'm not saying he does a bad performance, he doesn't. It's just like, you know, it's clearly obvious that they only hired him, like, you know, because, like, you know, they can put his name on the poster. That's about it. You know, and also, if you're wondering if Snoop Dogg has a big role, he's only in one scene, so, yeah, just don't have any hope for Snoop Dogg, like, you know, playing a big part in the Garfield movie. That would honestly be, like, the most embarrassing role for him, to be honest. Like, you know, like, Snoop Dogg. And then again, he was in SpongeBob Sponge on the Run, so, you know. Yeah, and, the animation's good, actually. I do like this animation. It kind of reminds me of, like, you know, like, it kind of reminds me of, like, the, Peanuts movie, actually. Like, you know, just, like, this, like, you know, this, like, little, like, you know, like 3D animation, but you can tell, like, has this, like, 2D type of feel to it. It's kind of nice, actually. Like, you know, it looks really good. Now, I have seen movies with way better animation, obviously. But, at the same time, no, this animation style could look a whole lot fucking worse for Garfield. Oh. If you're wondering, like, if any other Garfield characters show up, like Nermal or Arlene, Nermal shows up, but he doesn't speak, and he's only a cameo, and Arlene is just not there. Fair enough, I guess. You know, I will admit, no, I just gotta say this right now. Can we fucking stop with this origin story crap? Please, can we at least, like, stop for, like, at least 10 years? Can we at least give the whole, like, let's take this famous character and give him an origin story to the point where we see them as a baby or something? Can we stop that for at least 10 years, Hollywood? Please. I am sick and tired of it. Can we at least give that trope a 10-year break? Please. Please, it is annoying. Like, we do not need to see Uncle Ben get shot again. We do not need to see those fucking pearls fly off Batman's mother's neck. Alright, we don't need to keep seeing that shit. Please. Enough with that fucking shit. Seriously. Oh, boy. Jesus. I've also seen, like, no, I have also, like, seen people, like, you know, say, like, this movie is worse than the live-action Bill Murray Garfield movies. Now, I'm gonna be blatantly obvious. I'm gonna be blatantly, obvious here. I actually do like the Bill Murray Garfield movies. But I will admit they're not good. Like, they are terrible, but I do enjoy them, mostly for nostalgia. Mostly for nostalgia, and they were my introduction to the Garfield franchise, and I used to watch those two movies all the time as a kid. I remember seeing the second one in cinemas, and I was 5 when that came out. Oh, yeah, so, like, you know, I do have a soft spot for those movies. Also, not to mention, it's just funny. Also, not to mention, it's just, they're more funny to watch for me as an adult, because every single time I hear Bill Murray, and knowing how much he really hated doing those movies, and it sounded like he constantly wants to throw himself out a fucking window, it just makes all the scenes with him voicing Garfield all the more hilarious. Like, you know, also, Also, like, I think everyone knows this story, but, like, apparently the reason why Bill Murray did those movies in the first place is because he thought that the writer for the first one was one of the Coen brothers. That poor, poor bastard. That poor, 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 poor bastard. And he didn't get out of his contract. You know what's funny? I want to know, like, how would Bill Murray react if they greenlit a Garfield 3 and they forced him to come back? How do you think he would react? He would probably go insane. He'll probably be praying for that one scene in Ghostbusters 2016 to happen to him in real life, where that fucking pterodactyl ghost popped out and just threw him out and threw his ass outside the window. He'll probably be praying for that shit. Oh god. Oh god. Overall, wait, no. The music is good as well. Like, yeah, it is generic, like, you know, it is generic, like, kids' movie action music, but it's fine enough. It gets the job done. You know, are there any suspense or tension? No, the movie is quite predictable. I mean, the movie is predictable. It does, like, you know, a lot of the cliche things of, like, oh, our two main characters don't like each other, and they're only doing this to get rid of each other. The movie ends, oh, they like each other now. You know, so yeah, it does that. It's not as annoying as it is in, like, stuff like Boss Baby or Madam Web or, like, you know, like, God forbid, Madam Web. Or, like, the Venom movies. It's not as annoying as it is in those movies. But I can still see, like, you know, the typical moviegoer looking for something, like, a bit more grand and epic, just, like, looking at that plot and just going, like, gee, I wonder where this is fucking going. You know, something like that. Achoo! Excuse me. So, yeah, also, I will admit, the movie's pacing, it is fast, so if you're, like, one of those parents that is, like, taking this movie, is, like, going to take your kids to see this movie, but you don't want to be there, don't worry, the movie has a very fast pace. It's, like, an hour and 41 minutes, but it honestly just feels like a 45-minute short. So, like, there, it feels like a 30-minute short. It feels like a 30-minute short, so either way, you don't have to worry too much. Like, you know, like, the movie feels like it's going to be done and over with and, like, just, like, that. So, like, you know, you don't need to worry about going, like, oh, God, when is this going to be over? I just want to get out of here. God damn it, why did my child have to go and see this movie? Like, you don't have to worry about that. The movie has, like, a pretty fast pace, so it's going to feel like you're in and out of the cinema just like that, alright? So, you'll be fine, you know, you don't need to worry about anything. I will admit, no, if you do not like, I will admit this, if you do not like these types of movies at all, you know, like the generic family adventure movie, then I recommend just skipping this entirely, because, like, you are going to full on hate this movie. If you don't like Garfield at all, you're definitely going to hate this movie. But if you are a hardcore Garfield fan and you are curious, or if you have kids, go and watch it. Go and watch it. But also, not to mention, if you're one of those parents that really doesn't like, if you're one of those parents that does love taking your kids to the cinema, but you know you're not gonna like this, but you think you're not gonna like this movie despite despite you knowing your kids are gonna like it, either just go in there, bring some ear defenders, put those on and wait until the movie's over. B, you can get, like, a babysitter to do it, or C, just wait just wait until the movie's out on DVD. You know, but, like, you know, if you are looking for, like, if you're looking for, like, a movie that actually has competent character, that actually has, like, how do I put it? If you're looking for a movie that is, like, you know, going to be, like, you know, that's going to wow you, that's going to make you, like, you know, go like, my God, that was amazing, don't go and watch this, because you are going to be very disappointed. Like, if you want to watch a movie that you think is going to be truly amazing, I would recommend waiting until, like, Paddington 3 or Sonic Movie 3, because, like, you know, those movies have proven themselves that they might be fantastic, so yeah. And if, let's just say, like, you know, if let's just say you want to look for something more edgy and all that, something that is not so family friendly with more of an R-rated edge, just wait until Deadpool and Wolverine comes out. That's what I'll fucking say. Alright, please like, subscribe, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Bye!